Good day, and welcome to Far Reaches Extra, or FRX as we call it. FRX is a chance for the gang to reach a little deeper with a one-on-one interview and discover people and topics that make this world worth living in. We hope you enjoy this random journey, and feel free to send in your suggestions or even call us out to be on the next episode of Far Reaches Extra.
This meeting is being recorded.
Got it.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. In case you're wondering, this is being recorded. There's been 19 warnings so far, but let me go ahead and get started with our official intro, and then we'll jump into it. So, hey, your mom and then welcome to FRX, or Far Reaches Extra, as we call it around these parts. FRX, as you might recall, is when we get a chance for a little one-on-one, a more focused conversation, usually with somebody besides me and the three other a-holes that I usually have on with me for Far Reaches. This particular episode is brought to you by a very special sponsor, Bieber Red Angus in scenic South Dakota. So Craig and Peggy love the podcast. They keep up with us all the time. I run into them at several meetings, and they're always ranting and raving about when's the next one coming out. I'm like, my lazy ass. So rounding them up to do it again, and also wanted to say howdy. So Bieber Red Angus, I'll definitely put their website down below. They have several sales in the year. Next one coming up in October, I think. They actually do one in the southeast in Georgia, which is pretty cool. They run cows and bulls down and even to Florida as well, but they have their sale in Georgia. There's a fall female sale as well in November. Of course, they call it Bieber Fever, which, you know, I have to tip the hat a little bit. It's pretty good. And then they got next one in March 2023 at the ranch as well. And they do private treaty throughout the year. If you're looking for something special or different, give them a call. Again, that's our good friends Craig and Peggy there at Bieber Red Angus. So check them out. The description will be down below. Tremendous people, so good. They're always just like so open and willing to talk, and just great to meet new and exciting people. So they're super excited to be on this with you all. So for those of you who have been around Far Reaches for a while, or Far Reaches Extra, you're going to recognize our two guests that we have today. We have Amy and Shandy. As I put on the description for Facebook Live, these are the two Eastern Oregon cowgirls going to go kick some ass in Mongolia at the upcoming Derby. Is that the official term, the Mongol Derby? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, outstanding. We'll put that, obviously, that link down below as well. We first had y'all on, I think it's been over a year ago now, if not even longer. Hey, whoa, take it easy. This is a family show, Shandy.
Well, we were outside the tack room, and now we're inside, and I'm like,
I got you. Yeah, and being on TV has that effect on people too. Sometimes they get a little, the vape as we would say. Yeah. So no, it's been a while. It's been a long time coming, and it's been great to see the journey, some of the updates. We've tried to keep people updated as well. But if you want to, again, if people haven't seen this before or know who you are, if you want to give a quick introduction and just a little history about the Derby, and most importantly, like, why?
We get asked that a lot. That's the main question.
Yes. Why? And then I know one of the answers. It's one of my favorite answers, but I'll let sometimes it's best for me just to shut the hell up and let you all talk, and that's going to be one of those times right now. Yeah,
because we can.
There you go. Yeah, that's a different version, but that's close. Yeah.
Clean it up a little bit.
Try something new, right? Yeah. So, which one do you want? I was going to say whoever's in the blue, but I can't tell the difference. I'm colorblind as hell, so just pick. Yeah.
So I'm Shandy Johnson. I grew up in Eastern Oregon, grew up in Condon, lived just outside of town of Grass Valley, Oregon, on a ranch. We have cattle, wheat, hay, everything under the sun we grow on both our places. But my full-time job is I'm a parole probation officer out of Wasco County. So that's what I do for a living. So the Mongol Derby, yes, this is our great adventure. How it started, you asked why we chose this. I just want to be very clear. I didn't necessarily choose this. So Amy came to us one day and she was like, let's do a horse vacation. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's go camping, beach, something with horses, right?
Yeah,
So she brings
vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
So she brings this up, and I'm like, you are out of your mind. There is no way I'm doing this. And then after a good day of, uh, enjoying the day and having a few drinks, I was like, yeah, let's sign up.
You know, the more I think about this, the better it sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, like we can do this. So we signed up, and it's kind of a intense. It was a process to get accepted, and each time we'd make each round, I was like, well, we're not going to make the next round. Like, we're not going to make the next round, and here we are. So it's all because of Amy.
Now, not entirely.
Well, I mean, if it, it's still on the good side, so you can take the credit.
Right.
Yeah.
If we come back with broken limbs, I will take the responsibility.
I wasn't me. Yeah, like I don't remember who signed it up. Yeah.
So yeah, Amy McNamee.
Good day.
Grew up in Antelope. Yeah, horses all my life, and life's kind of changed since we started this journey. Huh?
Yeah, it has just a scope.
Yeah.
So those of you playing along at home with Skosh is also known as a shitload. Yes. So.
So yeah, it was September of 2020. It was right after that fire in Maupin that we found out we were in.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I lived in Maupin then. I live in Sherman County now. I was a banker then. I am busy with my cows, and I work at the auction yard in Madras now. And yeah, I've kind of readjusted life, maybe not intentionally, but it sure made it easier to get ready for August by, kind of, I wouldn't call it prioritizing, but just
I think they shifted a bit.
changing things
I
around.
think so. Yeah, I think
prioritizing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, I don't do vacations, and I don't know.
Yeah,
how
obviously, because this doesn't really sound like one either. Just so you know, like
it is. It will be.
Sure. It will be. Absolutely. Yeah. You get some tourism a couple days before. Gathering your stuff up a couple days after. For sure.
Right. Yeah, we fly out, I think, on the 3rd, and we have a few days. This is
so 3rd of August, right? This coming August, like a month and a half, basically, right?
47 days.
Yeah, who's counting? You should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we fly out on the 3rd, fly in through Seoul. Have a little layover in Seoul, but not much, like 6 hours, and then Mongolia into Ulaanbaatar. We have 2 days there before we start our training. We have a day of classroom training, and then they ship us out to the starting line, basically on the step, and we start getting on horses.
Yep.
And
so when you land there in Mongolia, they kind of greet you at the airport and they kind of huddling everybody up for those first couple of days, or just sort of like, welcome, here we are, here's our hotel. Come over here, crazy people. Yeah.
Come hang out with us. A lot of us, I think, are going to be relatively kindred.
Yes.
In other words, it's going to be a pretty good party for the first few days, just because we're there and we're excited. And
oh yeah, I'm sure, because you've been having Zoom meetings and such since you kind of made the cut. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's been a few, not very many, but there's been a few. So we've we've been able to kind of see some of the other people that have been accepted, and they're all on Facebook, and so like we've got some of them that we've friended, and we're watching their journey and
their training process a little bit, and and it is I think they take a spectrum of people more for the. I won't say it's like a reality TV thing, but I think they, like we said in previous episodes, I think they kind of picked us because we're different than some of the other people that.
Sure. But in a good way. It's not like on American Idol when you have to have the people that suck a little bit. So you have fodder. I think they like a lot of different experiences, a lot of personality, I'm sure. It's so hard to get out of your shell a little bit. So I'm glad you're finally loosening up. Yeah.
Right.
We're kind of quiet.
I know.
I think they think we'll be those like reserved wallflowers, the ones that are just kind of holding back and.
Can I keep this horse and walk?
Yeah.
I just walk this horse. I'm just gonna be honest, just like
we'll be, you know, monitoring safety.
Yes.
Yeah. If you make it out of Shanghai, I'll be surprised. Let's put it that way. Yeah, like just,
Well, there is that.
or Seoul, I mean, not Shanghai. Sorry, but yeah, yeah.
Unless you were planning on us getting Shanghai somewhere else.
Well, it would be, you know, I think apropos if you want to look at that,
Yeah.
given where that's at. But yeah, I think, how many people overall are in this as well?
They accept 40 for each
Mhm.
race. So,
Oh, wow.
and then, so 2021's race got kicked into July.
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
they're going to run that immediately before us in July and then
us in August.
us in August. But it's 40 for each race.
Do you know approximately how many people get or apply?
400, they said when we applied.
Oh, was there only
Oh,
400?
wow. Okay, so
I
Take
thought
it-
there was more.
10%. That's still a pretty steep cut. If 400 apply on average and they're taking 40, like that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
pretty steep. Yeah.
And it was so, and the process was it was interesting because there was the application that was just like basic
Like
application name, date of
Name,
birth.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you turn that in and then they did an interview. And like for me, I had to, you have to open up all your social media
Mhm.
to the person that was Eric, who was doing the phone interviews. And then I also had to send in pictures and videos of me on my horse, and it couldn't be just like me sitting on a horse. They had to be action shots,
Mhm.
and like we had to send pictures of where we rode. And thank God we had just rode
Down in the
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, and I'm like, it seems like whenever we go, I'm the one that's taking
the pictures.
taking
So
the
you're never in the
pictures.
picture.
Yeah, so I had a bunch of pictures of like of some of the country that we
Mhm.
ride. Like I had the White River, I had Condon,
Yeah. Some fossil stuff.
I had some fossil stuff. I had some John Day.
Mhm.
So we were able to. Boy, the John Day trip wasn't really all that good though.
No.
They don't know that. Yeah.
We could ride with the and a cooler and
Adaptable. That's good. Yeah, that's important.
yeah. So we had to. So like it was pretty intense. I mean, it wasn't intense, but it was a lot of different things that you had to go through. And then once you did the interview, if you made the cut for the interview, then they sent everything up to HQ, their headquarters, and then you had to do a bunch of essays.
Yeah, there was an essay process, and there were, and rightly so, concerned about your level of physical fitness.
Yeah.
And your mental capacity.
Mental, I think, would too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And a lot of it is they want, and there are occasionally people that go that are so focused on running the race and winning the race that I think they lose sight of the going to Mongolia and experiencing the herder piece of it, that they really want you to express that's why part of why you're going.
And not only like, and I think that is like a huge, that's something that I'm probably the most excited for, is going and experiencing the culture and the horsemanship of the herdsmen and the kids. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's just
what they do.
Unreal. Yeah. So I'm really excited to experience that and get to see how they do everything they do with their horses.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's, people ask, well, what's your strategy? And I think a lot of that, we were talking the other day, was part of the 3-day training. You're there with the herders, and I think if you're very conscientious of how they're approaching their horses and how they're handling their horses and how they ride, I think that's, if you can kind of absorb that in the first little bit, I think you'll be better off, because
2 eyes in one mouth. Yeah, like
yes. And these horses don't ride like our horses do. You just get on them, and my estimation anyway, I think we just hop on and eventually point them in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's what it looks like. All the things I've seen about it, you know, I when I was in graduate school, I worked with somebody, whole family from Mongolia. So we talked about this kind of crazy stuff all the time. You know, I'm trying to teach him to drive a 4-wheeler, and he's just cussing it because it's not a horse. But it's just so different than US, I guess, US horses. I don't know what we're used to, for sure. So yeah, I think this sounds a little maybe pamby or however you want to put it. But I truly think like this is one of those things, like just doing the race and finishing is really the win, and being there and exploring all of it. Like, I mean, like, oh yeah, I won, but no, like, no, really, I got to go experience it. I got to know the herders. I got to know like how they live, the country, the horses, how they think, how I can think with them, like the whole journey. Like, I think if going into with that mindset, I think you'll be so much more rewarded when you go through this than just like, I'm going to go kick some ass and win the Derby. Like, enjoy. Yeah.
If by chance, by the
Sure.
slightest chance we do, I mean, that's a perk. Oh, we win a horse that we don't know how to get back from Mongolia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Say that again. If you do win, did you get the horse that you win on, or you get a pick of a horse?
You get the horse you win on.
The horse you cross the finish line with. And of course, I mean, I think it's hard because, I mean, we're just a skosh competitive. And I mean, of course you want to win. You want to, you want to represent our area and our, and win. But it really is not at the cost of missing out on the experience. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Absolutely.
is just being able to enjoy the experience, get to know as best you can in what little time the people because we stay in the herd, like the herders put us up. They
feed us. They
open their homes to us. They feed us. And so getting to know the families and the people is what's really going to be cool. And that's where the memories and the experience is going to come from. Yeah.
And they take such a tremendous amount of pride of being involved in this and having the horses and putting this together. And I think from everything that I've seen and heard what you guys described before, like, I think that's such the cool part of their, like, imagine reversing that and they were coming here and you were hosting, how you would be excited, you'd be proud, you'd be hoping that people like understood and were just like open to the experience, of popcorn and White Claws in the morning. Like, like just
don't tell all our secrets.
That's just random. That was just off the top of my head.
Exactly.
I was outside in the sun a lot today, so I'm speaking just irrationally. But all those things, like, you want to show your culture. I think that's cool, and that's where they're coming from. Also, I think it's just such a tremendous opportunity, and they are some of the most. It's a stereotype the entire country wants. The most beautiful and sincere people I've ever been around, and that's universal from what people say.
I think that the race organizers, this Eric that we've become friends with, they're truly family to him. He spends half of he's from the Midwest and spends half the year there when he can.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I mean, I think it'd be neat to go back and do the reindeer tour and the eagle hunting.
Yeah.
But this may be our only chance to get there, so we're going to make the most of it while we're there.
Well, that brings up a question I had also, is like, how many people go back and do it multiple times, and is it easier to go back the second time through all the process, or do they kind of like give you priority, or do they prioritize new people coming back?
There have been repeat racers. I think
I think there's some repeat racers in our group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it sounds like there's actually quite a few that, or not, I shouldn't say quite a few, but there's some that do come back and race again. And I don't know if they get priority or if it's like a clean slate every time. I'm not sure how they do that. But I've been kind of queuing in on some of because like I said, we're Facebook friends with some of the people, and they're like, they're talking about the last time they were there and when they did races. And so it's like, oh, okay. So these guys kind of know what to expect and all of that.
Would certainly be an advantage, at least just knowing those people who've been there before and how much they're willing to share. Yeah, I think.
And there are some racers that put on clinics.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, training clinics.
Yeah, and there's also, and I think what it sounds like is a lot of, or what they kind of encourage, I don't know if they encourage it, but what ends up happening is riding in groups. So like, I think it's for safety reasons, one.
Yeah. And your horses travel better.
Yeah, horses travel better in groups. So it kind of sounds like there's like, you'll kind of get into your groups and
for sure
basically run the race together as your group.
Especially if you get some nice executive team building for a couple of days when you first get to country. Like,
kind of get a feel for the people.
That certainly helps stratify things out a little bit, I'm sure. I would think anyway. So that would be there's nothing better when you go to a new let's say sales meeting or new city or something, and you're in a group and you're all in a social setting, like you figure out pretty quick who you want to hang out with and who kind of thinks alike, and who's like, man, I'd hit that person with a rock if I was around him for more than 4 hours. So that's awesome. I think that's obviously, this is not their first rodeo putting this whole thing on. So there is some method to all this madness too, I'm sure, about how people come in, how they're grouped, how they hang out, how it's positioned. I think that's so cool. Yeah.
Well, and I think they start with that at the onset of the application process. They're already thinking about those things before. Yeah.
I would be. Yes, I would be like, if my spidey senses were up and I was interviewing somebody, I'd be like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. You'd have to have some sort of like internal, like.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about somebody who has entered another international race?
This is not about me at all. No.
Oh. Okay.
Well, you're I almost said madness, but I think your adventure inspired me as well. Yeah. So very much so. I'm doing there's a clipper yacht race, like sailing around the world, and I'm determining which. I went through the whole process as well. I got approved, and there's like 8 different stages starting in the UK and going literally around the world. So I'm picking my final stage. Each one's just over a month long at sea.
Wow.
Racing, and like a huge, like
nice
70-foot sailing yacht. Yeah. So
how cool.
And talk about needing to do some team building ahead of time so that you know that you're
not going. Yeah, that one has 4 separate trainings that take place between now and I'm in the 2025-2026 race. Is when the one's going on right this very moment. It takes over a year to go all the way around, because there's races and there's like legs, and then there's races within those. There's like 15, I think, of these sailing yachts competing at the same time. So
wow,
it takes a while to do the whole thing. But I was inspired by y'all's adventure, and because you can. That was really I'd look into it. I don't know. 4 or 5 years ago, I think I first looked into it. I was like, yay. Someday, I could take a month off of work and go, battle the storms of the North Pacific. But someday is never going to come if you don't just do it. So,
and that's exactly
it right there.
You just have to decide at some point, and call it a midlife crisis, call it whatever it is. You have to decide.
But you have to do it. I mean, seriously, like you have to do it, because if you have the opportunity, I mean, these are experiences and things that don't come every day to every person. So
well, they're there. They just don't see them, or they don't take them. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be going across the world to race on something. It could be anything, really, like changing a job or moving somewhere different or any of those things. I think, not to get too philosophical, but that's part of this conversation too. It's really digging into the why and the how, and to help other people say, like, what the heck? Why not? I think that's the greatest part.
Exactly.
Well, I
dig in, do it, and just do it.
Say that deciding to do this isn't part of what led me to shake up everything else. You know what I mean? You've got to stop and think about. You can get. Yes, we all have our responsibilities. We all have to be accountable. But at what point do you say, okay, these are some of the things that I really want out of life?
Yes.
Work towards those goals a little better.
That I want, not what everybody else is deemed like this, what makes a happy life, blah, 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 blah. Like, maybe, but like, there's other stuff calling to you always, and like, why not, so, as we know, we well know, I've answered that many times. I mean, I live in Florida now. I used to live in freaking, like middle of nowhere, Oregon. It's like, that sounds like a fun job. Oh, I'll move to Wisconsin. Why wouldn't I? Like, what? Yeah.
You listen to that call about every 2 years.
It's pretty much damn near on the nose. Yeah. So, and I just passed my 2 years here, and I'm not interested in really moving anywhere else. I mean, I don't mind traveling, but job wise, they're gonna, like I tell them, so you change the lock on my door, you're probably stuck with me. So
Well, and they'll be supportive. I mean, you've been upfront with them about your yacht.
Absolutely. I talked to the head Fred of HR, my head Fred, and they're like, oh wow, what a tremendous opportunity. Right. What an interesting thing. And even my big boss is like, I've actually checked into that as well. He lives in the UK, And so he's like, yeah, my brother used to sail all the time. And I was like, get the hell out of Dodge. So yeah, I don't know exactly how we're going to pull it off yet, but yeah, like literally gone for a month. And then it's 4 weeks of training between now and when you sail that you have to go account for. You have to fly to the UK to do your training. Like that's where it happens. And so there's that in the interim. And then when you finally say, you know, ships ahoy, then you got to go catch up to it wherever it's at. Either it's in the UK or like freaking it is in Shanghai or Australia or wherever. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. There's the pennies being pinched and saved as we speak. Yeah.
Yep.
And that is the one thing that would deter me from doing this again. I mean,
I mean, I think the thing is you have to prioritize.
Yep.
You know, like it's when you have a goal and a dream, you make it happen. And yeah, you know, like we'll be gone 20 days,
basically 20 days.
20 days, yeah. And it's like when you have a job, like thankfully my my boss and my department are so supportive, and they're like, the sheriff came and he meets with us once a week just to, you know, kind of check in with us and everything. And he was like, we're going to have a big screen in the detective's office where we can put your tracker on and we can see where you're at.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it stops for 10 minutes, is that when we call for help? And I'm like, well, they'll be watching.
Yeah, like,
Don't.
Like the cavalry, they don't have to come
resist all urges to reply to the emergency. I might just be taking a nap. Maybe I had to pee.
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
But like, just take it. Yeah, but resist. Yeah, thank you, though.
Right. Yeah. Well, and then another guy I work with, he's like, oh, I want to send you with a tracker that we can send you messages. So if you're like, if it's 7 o'clock and you're not moving yet, we can send you a message. Get your ass up. Get going. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, awesome.
Like that sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got definitely people who are going to be like watching us closely on the monitors.
Yes.
Well, that'll be amazing.
Specific to the Mongol Derby, and you go on there and you watch our dots on the trackers.
What's that again? That address? Yes. .com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll put that back in the link too below. Yeah. The classic, like I don't want to write it down now, but I'll put it in the link below later on. Yeah. So.
Yep. And they'll also, I think they're going to be, I don't know how much like live coverage there will be of the actual race, but yeah, you'll be able to see our trackers, I think.
And if you follow their Facebook page and Instagram for the Mongol Derby, they do a really good job of blogging.
Sure.
Pictures of each station and that kind of thing too. So
yeah,
you may not see us, but you might. Who knows?
Well, you know, you mean you big ass Eastern Oregon, you know, freaking palm leaf or something so we can.
Oh, you should see. Okay, so
I think we've touched a nerve. Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that we are like not used to.
Oh my God, so much.
I even asked. I was like, it's a requirement that you wear a helmet.
Oh,
like,
sweet Lord, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to wear a helmet for their insurance, right? I can't remember why. I don't even know how to put this. So we had to go get helmets, and I didn't even know how. I mean, we're so pathetic.
Yeah.
We had no idea.
If I'd have known, you would have had GoPros on or recorded this incident for.
We had a real pretty woman moment in the Patagonia.
Oh yeah, we'll tell you about that. But you gotta look. We'll tell you about. So we've been having to do our shopping to get ready for this. Okay, wait. You gotta.
I'm listening. I'm focused. Okay.
No. I'm gonna show you our helmets. Because we're trying to bring a little bit of us to this world that we are not used to.
It's not,
at all.
but it's somewhat close.
Okay, so it's better than what it was. Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
This
is way better than I expected ever. Yeah. So. Oh,
Okay,
sweet
here we
Lord.
go.
I'm seeing what I think I see. Yes, it is what I see. Yes. That is epic. Epic. I think
We're gonna be.
If you have to wear a helmet, like I might just wear that around town. Yeah.
Maybe.
So
we
so
should have
this
them
is-
shaped.
well, we should get dirt to see if you can shape
Yeah.
them a little bit.
Yeah, you
Then
just get a
can-
little wet on that. It'll be golden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so the thing, these are like, they're hard to get used to. They're not like, they're weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I mean, it's going to be a good thing. I mean, it's going to save our little brain. What
Safety
little brain
always,
is left.
like, I mean, yeah, who knows? Badger might come out of somewhere. Next thing you know, you're taking a tumble.
Right.
You might be tired. You
Right.
might be, yeah.
And like, there's rain and,
No, true.
Um,
Yeah. Elements,
sun
etc.
and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's our bringing
is
a little bit of us.
Absolutely just beautiful, really. Tear to the eye. I'm just, well, part of me is picturing you traveling through the airports. You know, obviously that's either going to be on your backpack or maybe on your head as you wander from, because you're flying out of Portland, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something to consider. Is that part of your carry-on? Because you know, you're going to get it shaped up a little bit. You don't want to get all hashed in your luggage. So,
Well,
yeah.
and they say anything, like we'll have some luggage for the 3 days in and out,
Mhm.
sure.
but anything that needs to actually go in your kit, they are recommending that we
Take with us.
take with.
Should be
or
is
carry
your
on.
carry-on for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You think anything worse than you get there and you have all your gear and like, yeah, sorry. Your luggage ended up in London. Sorry about that.
And there's actually, that's happened to people. Like if they're at the starting line and they have nothing. They don't have any of their stuff.
Because where are you going to find an equestrian helmet in Ulaanbaatar? So
Yeah.
so we will be going through the Portland airport with our stirrup leathers and our saddlebags and our hats. So it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
that's beautiful.
But I think we've got pretty much everything. We had to go and do our shopping for all of this.
That's so cool.
Like I said,
We're not shoppers for one.
No.
So there was. Well,
No,
there
she
was
said you
that.
had to go shopping. You didn't say we got to go shopping. You said we had to go do our shopping. Yeah, like no,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So we went to so we go to Ben's.
Breakfast.
Oh yeah, we go to breakfast first and to a sweet dive bar. It was so good. The best breakfast ever. It was really good. I mean, we had to,
take the edge off.
I was just gonna say, I'm sure there was some inspiration that was involved. You enjoy your morning. Yeah, absolutely.
I
Why
mean,
wouldn't
we
you?
had to be around people, lots of people, and like hoity-toity people. So anyway.
Yeah. So you're team building. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we go to Patagonia, the store, like a store, Patagonia, because not like but we're like, okay, let's look and see what they have. So we're looking around the store and we're like,
Can I help
we're ready
you?
to drop some cash because
Yeah.
we have to get a bunch of stuff. And
Nobody in that store would make eye contact. I don't know if it was our Mongolian lambswool purses or
I don't know, but I mean, they would not. We got absolutely nada, like nada. And so we were like, all right, we're out. So we left, and I was like, I kind of feel like the Pretty Woman situation,
Absolutely. Like you done messed up too, Janine. Yeah. Like,
yeah. I'm like, here come these two hillbilly looking people into this, like, I mean, it was downtown Bend,
Sure,
super
yeah.
nice.
But you don't think of Bend as being.
No, but
I mean, I don't.
but yeah, we were like, mm-mm. So then we went to this place, Absolute Horse in Bend. People, they
Awesome.
are amazing.
She let us take her saddle apart
yeah.
and trace out her stirrup leathers.
Oh yeah,
and
I mean, we walked in and we were like, we have no idea what we're looking for. We have no idea what we need. This, like,
but here's
please,
what we're doing.
please help us. This is what we're doing. And she was just
awesome.
like, I've got you. She's like, not a problem. She helped us find leggings, our
I got
half
shoes.
shafts.
Yep.
You got shoes.
Shirts.
Yeah, we got shirts,
raincoats.
raincoats,
Helmets.
helmets, and the palm leaf hats. I mean, they were phenomenal.
That's beautiful. That's so cool. And we'll put their description down below too. I want to make sure we mention it because they sound like they were good people and like went above and beyond and like just like, hell yeah, get on in here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, the fact that she let us tear apart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like,
Forever in a piece of wrapping paper facing out the fender.
Because we have to take our own fenders.
yeah,
and,
that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and stirrups. And we were like, we don't have a clue.
yeah.
And she was familiar with the race.
Yeah.
And she was familiar with endurance riding.
Mhm.
And so she was just like, this is the closest thing. I mean, we literally had the saddle apart and brought out wrapping paper so we could trace it, measure it all. I mean, she was phenomenal. They were phenomenal.
Oh, cool.
Showed us stirrups that we found the stirrups that we want to order. I mean, it was great. They were great. So the hillbillies now we're looking more like
Equestrian.
Oh, well. I
By
like
the
how
time
you,
we got to REI, we're having too much fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, REI was a whole nother
level.
I just like, there's this whole, like, I just wanted to film this so we could have like the whole montage, you know, like we gotta have shopping montage. Like,
maybe not.
that would have been epic.
know.
Like, it's all, you know, it's like high speed, it's clipped together. Like, you know, you make it fun. Like, you don't have to get everything, but I think that would have been so, just the description is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. And REI, we were able to get our sleeping bags, our mattresses, our air mattresses,
some killer sports bras.
Oh, some really cool sports bras.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you for your support. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Our chlorine tabs.
Yes.
Our water.
Electrolyte.
Yeah, our electrolytes.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Our water storage, like our
Camelback.
Camelback.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were
great.
Yeah, they were really good. We told them what we were doing. They were just like, "What?"
Oh, and they gave us
Swag
some
bags.
some packets to waterproof, wash your gear in, kind of
Oh,
thing.
nice. Outstanding.
Yeah.
I dig
So
it.
I think we're getting closer. We still need to get rain pants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we just got to measure it, like weigh it all out.
Because we did so when we got our swag bag the other day, our saddle bags came, so we kind of have a better idea of what kind of volume we can use.
Yeah.
And then we just have to figure out how to balance the weight. We have weight requirements. We have weight requirements geared up, and then like our dead weight gear and our saddlebags has a different weight requirement. So
yeah, like our saddlebags can't be more than 11 pounds.
I think so.
Yeah, they have to be 11 pounds total, and then everything together can't be over 180 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Packing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be. You know, if you're looking for good electrolytes too, I use some stuff called Element, LMNT. It's like a lot of different flavors, little packs, gives some water. It's like super tasty too. So
Is it?
there's like orange and chocolate, and like there's a ton of flavors. So check it out.
Yeah.
We'll
have to look that up. Yeah, because we're gonna need electrolytes.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of
it's
got a lot of salt in it too. It's really salt and magnesium and some other crap. Yeah, like it's like, even if you like, I take it like post, as you can tell, I work out all the time. Post workout, like you take one of those and like drink it, like you don't get cramps. Like it keeps you like hydrated again. Like it's really good. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to
highly recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're definitely gonna need that, and we still need to get like our protein bars and
some vitamins and and we were talking about going to a travel physician and seeing about, will they just prescribe a Z-Pack to take?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, I think.
Yeah, they say like get anti-nausea, anti-diarrhea medicine, and so yeah. And the biggest thing is like so they give you 10 days for the race.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only, because of the weight limits, you can't really pack a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
So like hygiene is not something that's really going to be happening on this trip.
It will be modified.
So,
Kind of. Our new motto is embrace the stink.
Yes. Yes, it is.
One with nature. Yes. Yeah.
Jump in a river when you get a chance.
Exactly.
Absolutely right. Hell yeah. Like, who are you out there trying to impress anyways? Like, who cares? Like, this is not a deodorant commercial. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it's going to be like a lot of the stuff that we got is like lightweight, going to be easy to dry, but you can layer it to be warm and stuff like that. So
yeah, and you know, and no matter how, it's going to be part of the challenge is like I always tend to overpack, no matter how light I think I have to go, and then you're like, why did I take all this crap? So like, I don't know. You know, there's time between now and then to like, are you going to go take like all your gear and just like go for like a overnight ride or try some of that too, to see like, does this really make sense? And, you know, kind of,
what here is overkill and what's not.
I need more of that. And
things like tape and vet wrap that you may not have to use, but they darn well better be in your bag.
Exactly.
Like I would think like socks, like, you know, you don't want to be miserable. Like you can put up with a lot of everything else, but like socks,
right?
Like
Oh yeah. And I think, but we're definitely planning, like we were talking about, like trying out our sleeping bags and our air mattresses, you know, just seeing what works, what doesn't work, and the weather is pretty similar to ours in August. Wetter, definitely wetter,
but cold at night.
Yeah, that's right. It's a summer rain system there. Yeah.
So a lot more rain, but
same latitude.
But same, like, it'll be hot, extreme temperature, like extreme heat, and then cold at night.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't anticipate us having to sleep out in the stars, you know, like under the stars. They kind of talk about like because there is a time limit, you cannot ride after a certain time.
And they actually shortened riding hours this year.
Yeah, they shortened it, I think, by 2 hours.
Yeah.
So you can only ride from 7 in the morning to 7 at night, I think. And so you can go past, like if let's say you get into the last check or your check station at
4 and have 2 hours left in the day.
You can go on to the next one, but if something happens and you don't make it to the next station, you got to find shelter. And what it's sounding like though is that a lot of people, when they stop to, you know, find shelter, whether it be an old barn or they just pitch a tent, they'll actually come and kind of check in on you, make sure you're okay. And if there's a herd, if there's a family nearby, they'll take you there and stay there, and they'll take, you know, they usually have spots for your horses and all that kind of stuff. So,
but if you go over, you get a time penalty. So they have
a lot of, they're pretty strict. I mean, and their number one priority is the horses.
That's right. I was going to ask you guys to mention that too, because that's one of the huge parameters when you come into a checkpoint, how your horse is doing and how that impacts your time and your race and everything else.
You have to have a heart rate under 52 beats per minute, I think, within 30 minutes of checking in. You have to trot in, you can't gallop in. And they want to make sure, I mean, they check your horse for soundness. If you've lamed up a horse and not gotten off and let them know, they can disqualify you because you're jumping on horses.
They're very, very, very strict about that, which I think they should. I mean, I think that's good.
Absolutely.
So and in the manual, they're talking about like the best way to ride your horses. It's like, you don't just haul balls the entire way. It's like you try and kind of like for this breed, a long trot can be considered resting for them. You know, each horse is a little bit different. So, but you just have to, you know, it's really going to show the true horsemen of people to be able to read their horses and know like, okay, we're getting too hot. We're getting too
much.
This horse is going to work better at a lope than it is at a trot. So break it down every once in a while and make it trot to get its heart rate back, but it's going to be more comfortable, you know, and
that's
always like,
anyway, right?
Absolutely.
And so I think that's what's going to be really interesting, is seeing the variety of people and how they respond to all of that. And, you know, and it's a challenge. I mean, you have to come in and they're very strict with the vet checks. And if you at all don't follow the rules and your horse doesn't make vet checks, there's significant time penalties or disqualifications. So
if you lame up a horse or have something screwed up more than twice, I think they really
look this not once is like sure, it's gonna happen. It can happen for sure. And how you respond to that, you know, is more important than like not knowing. And doing it a couple like, look, you're not catching on to this. So
stupid.
Sorry. So how long is the race? Is how long again?
1,000 kilometers, so about 650
miles, 10 days. Okay. Wow.
They give you 10 days to finish.
I think and so this year is going to be entirely different with the shortened riding window.
Oh, yeah, true.
6.5 days won it last year, or in 2019, the last time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and in my mind, we'll have a little bit of an advantage because we'll get to track the July race through a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of.
That's a tremendous point, especially since it's that close. It's not like a year earlier. It's like literally a month beforehand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Will it be the same route too?
I don't know. They don't really say anything about the routes ahead of time. We won't know what the route is until we get there.
So you get into the because like you get a GPS unit, don't you? And like there's waypoints, and you basically just make your way.
Yeah, and they give you a paper map too that has a little more topo.
Oh, awesome! Yeah,
so you can kind of
know where some hills, valleys, straws, water, maybe. Yeah.
A 40% grade, I think, will go around.
Right.
Yeah, because the GPS just says like, here's where you need to get. Ping, ping, ping. You're like, well, how I get there is probably the most important part of that. So.
Right. Yeah.
If we don't have to swim a river. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I need a shower that day, so it's all
to the top. You're like, oh crap, I can't go down. I am not man from Snowy River and down this son bitch, so we got to go around. Yeah.
Well, and like Amy said, if it's 4 or 5 days in, river might be welcoming.
Yes, precisely. Yeah. Precisely.
Can't ride with you anymore, woman. Go get in the river.
Quit speeding up. I'm just trying to get upwind. That's all. Give me an hour upwind if you don't mind, and then we can switch back. But please, for the love of God, got my safety goggles pulled down and my eyes are still watering. So maybe it's me. Yeah,
Why are the dogs following?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Fresh meat.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Things circling, then you start to worry. Yeah,
exactly. It's a reality. It could be a reality.
One of those things. That's part of the experience, I would think. Just bringing it all together. Yeah. So
probably a shower when we get back is going to be the nicest thing.
Oh man.
I know how a shower feels like after like a 20-hour flight, or like I've traveled to like New Zealand from like Lincoln, Nebraska, which takes like 2 days. That first shower can be in a grain gutter outside of a whorehouse, and it's like, hypothetical situation. So like, I read it in a travel guide or something. Anyways, so like my point being like feels really good. Yeah, so imagine like 7 or 8 days and
I think they have quite the finish line party, and I guess I'm not real clear on whether there's showers once we get to the finish line or not, but I guess it's not the end of the world.
I imagine there better be a cooler. So like
at that point, I mean, what's another day or 8 hours or however long? It's like
yeah, precisely. Like this was the breaking point. Like, no, it's good. Yeah, the finish line party, like absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna be
It'll just be like bring the vodka.
Yes. Bring the vodka. Just sterilize everything.
Oh, and the Mongolian vodka is its own special kind of fun. I might add that. Yes. Good God Almighty.
Between
we used
that and the fermented mare's milk, I think it'll be a cultural experience.
Yes, and they really like snuff too, like that.
And there's even a piece in the manual about how to politely accept snuff, and
it goes great with vodka. I'll put it that way.
There you go.
So you lick your hand, and then you put the snuff on it, and then you shot the vodka, and like it melds really well together. Because like the Mongolian vodka I had standalone, I think I went blind in one eye. But like you pair it with the snuff, like it like mellows it. Like it's a cool flavor. Like that's the only way to go. Yeah.
Okay. Might have to try that. Noted.
Most definitely, and you can pretty roughly speak Mongolian after about half a bottle of that too. Because the guy I worked with, he was so hard to understand. Like when we were both sober, like it would be like, say that again. Jesus, put a couple bottles of that in us. We're talking back and forth like brothers planning vacations and shit together. Yeah, so like, just saying, you meet your herder, just get that vodka out of the way right away, and then you'll bond instantly. Yeah. So if you're like, they'll be like, aha. Yeah.
Well, and I think, they actually talked about that in the beginning part of it was like, what's your thoughts on trying new and different things?
Yeah.
Because, and it was a lot about like, how did you grow up? What did you do while you were writing? And, like for me, I talked a lot about like when I was younger writing with my grandpa, and you'd be all day long. Like you'd get up at morning and you'd get a breakfast at morning. Grandma always made sure you had food, but then you would go all day long and like tongue and butter sandwiches. But you were hungry, right?
Yeah,
So
you're like, I'm hungry enough to eat the crap out of this. Yeah, like, and I'm
That's
pretty good.
how we
Yeah,
wound up with Guts of Steel, and we'll probably be fine.
We'll probably be all right.
absolutely. Yeah, it's
So it's so that was the thing. It's like I am down to try anything. I don't care. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of goat and sheep and fried noodles.
sure. Yeah, like they're living on it, so I'll give it a whirl. Yeah, like
Oh heck yeah! I'm
Sounds
like
like
I'm not afraid to try.
Nope.
oh, and at least for the Mongolians I know, if you drink all of your drink and you put your glass down, they're going to refill it.
Yeah.
They'll keep doing that until one of you tips over, or you leave some in the bottom. That's your sign of like cross-eyed. Yeah. So
It's actually in the handbook.
Well, I haven't gotten that far.
oh, no kidding. Yeah. So
You're free.
it makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, you leave a little bit, but so if you want to go to the spirit world, just keep keep doing that glass. Yeah. That stuff. Oh, I don't know what it's even made out of. I don't know, like, because they don't freaking grow potatoes there, I don't think. So don't ask. Just drink it.
Don't
yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
There's some things you just don't want to know.
Embrace.
It's just better. not to know.
Precisely. Like, this is a great meat type product. I appreciate it. I don't want to know what it is. Yeah, it's just like
It's just good. Yep.
it's, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
this tastes like this tongue and butter sandwich. I couldn't be happier.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, hey,
Grandma.
I know.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gotta do what you gotta
That's
do.
the attitude. That's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
Well, and we'll probably have to start like getting seasoned before we go.
Right. Especially
Me.
Yeah.
So because of the weight limit, I had to drop a bunch of weight because I'm a biggin.
Oh,
And
Just a tall woman. Like, you're not
yeah, but I was
big,
I'm-
but
I
like,
mean,
you're bigger.
I'm
than Molly.
big.
Yes.
so I had to drop. I am.
I think you're
so-
robust. Yeah. Like,
No,
I'm not robust.
I was
No,
trying to
no.
put it like somewhat politely, but you're just a
Yeah,
tall
no,
woman.
I'm just big. I'm big.
Big frames.
So I had to like drop a bunch of weight. So I've been working with a friend, Brandy Shano,
Mhm.
who's been helping me with like my meals and my workouts. And I mean, I've been like really working out, really paying attention to my meals. So I'm like, so I can cut a lot of weight so I can make weight
yeah.
when we go over there. So because of it, I haven't been drinking that much. I haven't been eating fried foods. I mean, I eat very, very healthy, very, very lean, very, very clean. And so I was actually met with her this week because I check in with her and I was like, oh my God, I got the handbook and I found out what I got to eat. And, it's a lot of fried food and stuff. And she was like, oh God, you're going to blow up. And I was like, I'm going to blow up and out.
And yeah, it'll be like alert, system alert, system alert. Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah. So I'm like, I gotta get back in shape. I gotta get back in drinking and eating shape.
yeah. When you said seasoned, I was just trying not to just completely just laugh out loud because I'm like, well, yeah, you gotta kind of get in riding shape, like
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and you may need the vodka to numb the pain at times.
Yeah.
There's a reason they have that stuff everywhere, I'm sure. Yeah. So
Well, I think in those kinds of countries when you can't be entirely sure of the water.
Right. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
And that's what I mean. The goal, like, you got to think. I mean, I would love to be able to do anywhere between 75 and 100 miles a day. I mean, that's kind of the goal of what we want to do. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially
Day
6,
after
7 days in a row.
Absolutely right. Yeah, you're not sleeping. You got a nice little camp area, but I don't think anybody's got a queen size bed they're rolling into.
No, you're not gonna sleep well.
Yeah.
And it's it's physically, mentally, challenging. And you know, you can be in the best physical shape, you can be in the best mental state, you can be in the best riding shape, and it's still going to be stinking hard.
Oh yeah.
And,
yeah.
So you know, that's where it's like having
somebody else to yell at you too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But having the discipline to be able to push through that, and to be able to have the vodka to help with the pain, and you know, like
my knees hurt like a bear. Okay, let's shorten our stirrups for a day, or those kinds of things.
Yeah, making whatever adjustments.
Lots of Advil, lots of.
Yeah, what if you're, you know, the luck of the draw a little bit late? You know, I from what I can tell and remember, the further down the chain you are, like the pick of the horses ain't always the best. So, you know, it's day 4, you're a little sore. Guess what? You're probably gonna get some crow up and some bitch. You know, so enjoy. Yeah, like
haven't we all had those mornings anyway? Though?
Well, yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, for real. I mean, that's true, because you know, their horses, they believe in maintaining their spirit, not breaking their spirit, and a lot of it too is for their own safety, because they're out in the steppe, and there's like,
they got to cover some ground, and
there's predators that will eat them, and so they've got to have that fighting spirit.
Well said. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like y'all. Yeah. So
it goes back to the question, why in the hell are you guys doing this?
Right. First thing, and why are you doing this?
It's there because we can. What else? I mean,
right?
It's the only answer that really matters, because I want to, and because I can.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Outstanding. Well, we're going to have you on at least one more time before you all take off too, but I thought it'd be a great time for a quick update. We have post shopping experiences. We've got some more insight into. Got to see the straw helmet. I don't even know how to call that thing, but I think it's stylish.
We're gonna make it ours.
Our own unique thing.
Oh, I fully expect that.
I'm not going without my wild rag for the cold mornings.
Just exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm like, there's gonna be like, there's people gonna be like, what the hell is a wild rag? Like, I mean, it's just gonna be, that'll be a part of the whole thing. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. So you're getting different riding boots, shoes. What are you thinking on that?
So you got her. So we've found riding shoes that we like.
Okay, interesting. Slip on. Nice.
And hers have zippers. Mine are slip on. More like they're over there. So oh yeah, and these are our half straps. So we've got our half shaft.
Nice.
And then our boots, and then we've got
tights.
Yeah, we've got our leggings or breeches or whatever they call them. Yeah. And then we got these like really cool like lightweight shirts. We've got like holes in them and
very well ventilated. Good for
outstanding.
Short sleeve ones and long sleeve ones. They're good for, and then some really nice very lightweight rain jackets.
Oh yeah.
The seams are all taped. And,
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So stuff you can rinse out, or if you get a little bit of, if there's a station, you can rinse it out. It'll dry quick.
It'll dry out quickly.
Yeah.
And it scrunches down, compression packs.
Packs like lightweight, packs easy.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, but we've definitely, I think the riding gear was probably the
most daunting piece of it. We feel way better after we've gone and done the shopping and put the homework in and kind of know where we're going to be at.
And like I said, absolute horse. The lady was so
cool.
Good. I mean, I didn't even know how to fit the tights or the leg or breeches or whatever. I'm like, is this how they're supposed to fit? And she was like, well,
let's go back to this.
Let's maybe try this size. And I mean, she was so good with us
with the shoes.
And of course we were like, what is this? Oh, and gloves. We got gloves and stuff. And
well, you rolled in there like open-minded and like, look, we don't know jack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool. Instead of like, so
no, we went in and we were like, okay, this is what we're doing, and we have not a clue. Like we are in way over our head, like way over our head. And she was really good. I was really, So I was like the shoes. I really like my Blundstones that that I've had for, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. And I didn't know about them. And I was asking, I was like, well, this is what I kind of want to ride in. She's like, oh my God, my husband rides in those all the time. Those are perfect. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. I love them. And yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, well, trying to act like I knew what I was doing. Not even remotely.
We weren't.
Not even close to it.
Hey, the hat brims look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. But I'm feeling pretty good. Like so my dad is like old school, like you don't ride in anything other than jeans, boots, and long sleeve shirts and all this stuff. And so we brought our haul in and I'm showing him all of it and our and I've been riding in my breeches when I'm out riding and stuff, and he just has an absolute.
Why are you riding in your underwear?
Oh God, he just has a fit. And he just is like, you look ridiculous. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm embracing it, and all is well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll put my Blundstones on. You can't ride in those. You're gonna get hung. I mean, it's just like
had these on at Jimmy and Maria's last night. Jimmy was like, your grandfather would not approve of.
I mean, it's just I can't wait. So this is our plan. We should video him when we do this. My plan is to get our helmets on with our brims. Our breeches, like get the whole garb on.
Full regalia, if you will. Yeah.
And then go move cows with them.
Papa's gonna have a come apart.
Just like, nope, not worth it. I'll find somebody else. I don't care how long it takes.
He'll probably be like, you girls are always helpful, but not today. Not today.
Not today. Like,
go away.
Go away.
You finally found the limit where I'll turn down free help, and it's right here, right now. And so not today. Thank you very much.
Sure, look a bunch of weirdos.
Oh yeah, you look like fools.
Fools.
Just go down this canyon and leave me alone.
Just get away. Stay behind me. I don't want to see you. Yeah, just. Good God, what happened? This freaking country! I can't believe what this place is. Goddamn. Like.
Yep. It'll be interesting. I can't.
You look like fools. I love it. That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because I was showing him the hall, he was just like.
He just had to be like.
Oh, he just shook his head the whole time. He was just like.
You spent money on this?
Yeah, exactly.
Want this?
I think somebody took advantage of you. Can you take this back like this? I don't think. Yeah.
You haven't told him what the entry fees were, have you?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he doesn't have a clue on that. Yeah. No.
Then he would have.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're paying what to do what with this?
Yeah, he'd be so disappointed in us.
I thought you got raised better than this. Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Yeah.
We did decide to splurge and fly first class.
Yeah.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, we did.
But you'll really love on the way home. I think that will be.
Well, and I think on the way there too, because we're not gonna
time to rest.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a lot of time to really recoup, get used to time changes.
Oh, for sure. It is well worth that for sure. Just to have that extra space, that relaxation. Obviously, you get on the plane, you get a cocktail, like you just relax a little bit, get some sleep or watch a movie. No doubt. But I always enjoy the first class much more on the way back. So I end up not getting a 10-day beating while I'm somewhere also. So 100%.
Yeah, cramped into
into a little seat. So so we did do that, which I think it was smart.
Our travel agent's been great.
Oh my God, our travel agent is amazing. Dolores is
that's awesome.
She's taking care of us. She's wonderful.
Yep.
She's just I went down to give her a check the other day, and she was just like, just visiting. She's just
so excited.
So excited. She's just like, you've got to come down and show us all the pictures. And then her partner, her coworker came in and she was like, oh, you're the one going to Mongolia. Oh my goodness. And
that's beautiful. That's so cool though, because they're so happy to do it. They're great at it. It's one less thing to worry about. It's just like there's plenty of other things to go worry about than that. So just go have it done. That's perfect.
It's surprising know how many people really don't know, still don't know about it. Like there's like people in like like in Condon or like
Really?
the Dalles. Yeah, I don't. There's still a lot of people that don't really know we're doing it yet.
How's that?
I mean, there's
like how you can't keep a secret on there. How's that even possible?
I don't know.
Kind of our core group of friends, and then there's an interesting dynamic of people that have kind of sucked into it because they know what it is.
Yeah,
But yeah, and that
Wouldn't have guessed. Yeah.
I mean, it's usually like when we're out someplace, someone will ask us about it, and other people who I would think had heard about it.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, what? What is this that you're doing?
And who, where?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to get out once we're there.
Yeah.
And maybe when we get back, but right now it's still pretty, at least locally, it's still pretty
quiet. But we're doing it for ourselves.
Oh yeah, you're not doing it for that. I just I guess if it was more scandalous or should be a secret, everybody would know.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What do you expect? Yeah, it's beautiful.
You've been to Sherman County. Oh wait, no, you've just been places like Sherman County.
Yeah, I didn't say anything particular. No, I'm just for small town America. Let's just put it that way. Like there's no secrets.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get wrapped up here in a few seconds. But any final thoughts? Any inspiration? Any extra thank yous? Well, again, we'll have you on at least once more before you all take off. Hopefully twice if we get it scheduled right. So.
Wish us luck.
Yeah, wish us luck. We're gonna be.
We're
still just trying to train. And now, I mean, now the goal is just try to get as much saddle time as possible before we go.
Sure, especially new gear and all that. You don't want to be that person that shows up with new gear. Like it has to have some hours on it,
Right.
Yeah, she just take her helmets out and just crack them.
Run over with a 4-wheeler one.
Really?
Just crack them one good crack so they've got some. Oh yeah, we use these all the time. We use these all the time.
Totally used to them. Will somebody adjust this for me?
Dear God, yeah. Put it on sideways like a pirate hat.
Oh,
Yar. Yeah, like this thing doesn't really even. Yeah, like there you go. Yeah, so oh, that's too funny. Too funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. Take it easy. I thought that was you. Okay, yeah.
Oh no, Wilma was coming over. Wilma, we could take Wilma as our mascot. She could
That'd be worthwhile.
She could be the runner for the dogs.
Yes. Keep all the wolves away.
Everybody herded up and on point, no doubt about it.
She's our number one cow dog.
I can tell. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's quite fierce.
Like that. There, the eyes of the tiger. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Your turn.
Well, ladies, I can't thank you enough for your time today. We'll get this posted for sure and share it all around. But I want to at least get one more interview. Hopefully, get twice. We get an update just before you guys take off too. But yeah, it's so cool to get the updates
from the airport on the way out.
Oh yeah, for sure. We could do a live on that and get you sent off proper, as they would say. Yeah, that would be absolutely all for that. No doubt about it. So that will be on August 3rd. Is that? The 3rd of August, I believe, is Erin Ely's birthday. So maybe we'll drag her on here. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I don't even remember my own, but I remember Erwinch's. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Oh, that would be really neat.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. So oh, outstanding. Well, ladies, again, thank you so much. We'll have all these links below. Amy, again, if you want to make sure you send me anybody you want to make sure you shout out, we'll put them in the description, etc., and get this thing posted here quick, fast, and in a hurry. But I can't thank you enough again for your time, and we'll keep in touch and keep everything up to date and see where you guys get next.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you much.
See you guys later.